this is the first art advent calendar I have ever bought. Had my eye on it since last year, and I'm super excited to do this for the first time. 24 days of Christmas for the daily doodle diary. And I'm bringing you along for the most exciting episode in this series yet. Oh, it's time. There's number one. Oh, here. Well, if we get paper, this is all gonna be ruined. Ooh, did not expect that. Number one is a tube of ChantelleArts acrylic paint. Cadmium red light. Okay. I guess we're painting. Last episode we made this, then I just quickly filled some pages with gouache. Super quick. It's December. There's not really much point in getting two waters, is there? Let's just grab a generic paintbrush. We are keeping it simple. I'm kind of thinking of drawing one of those faces that's mostly lines. You know, we've got a lot to get through in this video, so we gotta work quick. There we go, there's our swatch. Yeah, should we try and do a face? Maybe the eyebrow going into the eye. Maybe we should do a bit of a combo of both. Well, this is a proper doodle, isn't it? I mean, we might as well start off weird. We know it's gonna end up that way. What if we do like a load of shapes up here maybe? I do not know what we're doing right now. I'm gonna be honest, this might be the fanciest acrylic paint that I own. I think it is now. I'm not really sensing much of a difference. I'm gonna make all of this a little bit of negative space. Now, what if we grab this? So what if we drag all of this down and just fill in this part here? We're just having a bit of a play, a bit of an experiment though, really. I don't want to get bored. I don't want to just do like a landscape every single day. So we're starting off a little bit weird. Sets the tone for what we're doing this month. This is what happens when I just get an art supply and go for it though. I always create something weird. I don't think there's anything wrong with that though. And then each of the loops, I'm going to do like little mini circles inside. Maybe the same for the heart actually. That doesn't really look like a star now though. Alright, I'm going to add a bit more because I would like this to be more opaque. Okay, I'm now realizing that this is a really weird place to start. I'm not sure what's going on either, okay? Okay, to be completely honest, I was not expecting paint. That has thrown me a little bit and I didn't have a plan. I really thought it would be a pen on the first day. It's from the Penstore. Well, that was strange. And I guess that is day one. Ooh, it's a Sharpie creative marker. I'm not sure what that is.
Hello and welcome to a new video.
Got static wool hair keeping me company. And this seems to be a little acrylic marker. A lovely little brush nib. I would say it's quite thin. And since we only have the one medium, maybe we should work with patterns. I guess it's not quite negative space. It's kind of like a doodle style. But if we're going to draw a landscape like this with a river in the middle, you can't fill it all in when you're using one opaque marker. And this doodle style is so much fun. Like, it's looking pretty cool, right?
Draw our faces.
Yep, that took 10 minutes. I am super happy with this quick little doodle and the new pen, even if it is green. Moving on to day 3. Looking at the shape of this, it looks like it might be a pen. Yes, it's a fine liner. Oh, and it's pink. Painting, and I don't have a clue where anything is. These are the flowers. Maybe a little collage? I got some scissors, but I don't really have a clue what we're doing. They just look cute, and unfortunately a fine liner by itself, I don't really know what to do with that. It's quite thin, I don't have any clear ideas right now. And this is a decent sized sketchbook. This is like A5, so I think the easiest thing to do is to cut out various shapes, make a bit of a collage, and then just add a little bit of fine liner on top. Hopefully this will all come together.
Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two. That corner coffee shop we like to go. take me home. With you I never feel alone.
These little songs make me glad to call you mine, and you have got my head.
Ah, it's time for day 4. Is this meant to be here? I don't know, it looks pretty full that way. With the pencil, this is the super quick doodle. It's a green pencil that doesn't have much pigment. Not really feeling it. Clay? I don't think that's gonna work for this. You remember that green pencil? I don't think we were supposed to get that. I've looked at other people's videos online and they only seem to get the pen loop. I don't know how much these go for, but that is a bit disappointing. So I think one day is gonna be empty. We got it from here, that one's empty, that one's not that one, so I don't know where it's come from, somewhere above. We're on number 6, but I guess we'll get to that when we get to it. Oh, this is a little one. Oh. Oh, this is Primo, so I'm guessing it's to do with the clay, which we didn't use. But you know what? It is just regular acrylic, so I think this will be absolutely fine in the daily doodle diary. So last night all I did is this weird little shape sketch. You can kind of make out that it's like a tree trunk with circles and triangles, and I'm just trying to play with shapes here. A bit of an experiment. And I found a photo I quite like on Pinterest. It's this one. I wonder if we can do something like this. Maybe with just this tube. I don't want to use too much of it because it is really quite a small one. We just want a little bit really, don't we? Why is it exploding? Okay. Alright, I guess we'll use up this part first. Oh gosh. How is it already dry? Okay, I tell you what, let's make this a bit more loose. Although I do think the building is supposed to be quite boxy. But if we add a bit of shadow here or something that looks like a path, we'll try and join that up a little bit. And then if we pop the door here whilst it's still a little bit wet. Got a little bit of a window here as well. Well, so far the camera's been going for 4 minutes. Of course we are drawing every day for the daily doodle diary. We're still trying to create every piece in 10 minutes. Showing up every day but not spending too much time. And I think we have created some strange pieces so far. We're just going to loosely do the tree. We're going to add a composition, but maybe we'll go in like this a little bit. Obviously when it goes over here, I don't know what we're going to do. A couple of branches coming off maybe. Though I can never really do them well. I think I go a little bit overboard. We could do a bit around the window, just a little bit of dry brushing, a bit of texture. I don't know if that helps. We've committed now, we have to do it. Just a slightly darker area, I guess. A quick 10-minute little doodle and this is what we've made. I think it's pretty cute. I don't know what else we could have made with ochre other than a building. Like, right? Okay, it's a tiny little pastel pencil crayon thing. Was not expecting that. I need help and snowflakes is such a good idea. You know what, even though they make it super clear that these are not wax in the slightest, something inside me was thinking they would be like a neocolor. Maybe it's because it looks so small and cute. I think actually they are supposed to be bigger and this is like a sample size. Either way, they have a lovely little scratchy sound on the paper. They smudge, they do work like pastels, and it's kind of fun to use. Not quite sure how on earth I will use a singular blue little pastel pencil in future, but today it's been fun. It's day 8 and we have, oh, it's an Ecoline brush pen. I actually have some of these. I have this set. I've just checked and it's actually not a duplicate. The colour is like saffron orange and it's not in this set, so that's fantastic. Maybe the random prompt pot can help. We have turtle. Okay, it's not quite the right colour, but I think we can make turtle work. I'm gonna be honest, I have these pens because I got them in a huge haul from Facebook Marketplace, but I don't know how to use them. I haven't actually got around to them yet. Started with the inks for Peachtober and Inktober, and there was a lot of other random things in those boxes. If you haven't seen the video, I'll leave it below. Well, there are also these brush pens, which I haven't got around to properly using. So we've drawn a turtle, we've added some random backgrounds. I'm vaguely trying to remember how to draw water, and I think it kind of looked like this. Adding a little bit of water, and I can kind of see the vision. It's a shame about the colour, but maybe we should try out the ones I already have. Number 9 is a paintbrush. Well, okay, let's move on to number 10, which is, oh, a little tube of paint. Daler-Rowney Aquafine Silver. I always love sticking on a cozy video to keep me company. Just a quick doodle for day 9 because it was a paintbrush, and now we get to properly test it out. Dropping a little dollop at the bottom. First, I guess we'll add it to water and see what happens. You know, the wet on wet technique is usually a good place to start, but I don't really know what's happening. Okay, apparently it's coated mica flakes, so maybe that means it goes a little bit weird in water. I don't know, I thought maybe like it separates and it looks a bit like glitter, but this is looking patchy as anything. I don't know what to do with this. It's all flaky and weird. Maybe it's supposed to be used a bit thicker. I don't know. This is a huge art fail. And with that, we're now on day 11. We have a white paint. Okay, it says opal copper, so my thinking is that hopefully it will look a little bit copper, but that is not happening, so we're going in with a different palette instead. In hindsight, maybe black would have been better. I don't know. It was supposed to be a bauble, but this is all falling apart. At least it's shiny, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, so far I am a little bit disappointed. I bought the advent calendar for £50 from Penstore, and I would say like half of the items so far have actually been pens, which was kind of the point of the video. So now I am a little bit scared to open today's door, which wasn't the intention. I know something like Grabby doesn't have all of the branded items and it wouldn't be as interesting per se, but when you think back to the Grabby unboxing, it was alcohol markers, acrylic, water-based gel pens, like you could create with so many of those. And I'm struggling a little bit with this one. Okay, let's do it. Number 12. Oh, this is kind of what I mean. It's different, it's interesting, but oh my. We've got one random skin tone oil pastel. It is a bit odd that there's no information to go with any of the supplies. Like there's nothing on the back, there's nothing in each of the things, and this doesn't actually say it's an oil pastel. I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't know, it feels a little bit odd. It feels like they've just thrown a bunch of stuff in an advent calendar, and I'm a little bit disappointed so far. Okay, so I've just followed the QR code and this is what it takes us to. It says the name, it describes what the item is. Oh, someone else got pink. Okay, so on white paper, it's just a really subtle shimmer apparently, but this is it on black paper, but this has no water in it. So I think we were supposed to use it more like an acrylic, which doesn't really make sense. Like their advertising is just using it without water as a watercolor. Don't get that. So we have this color. Okay, we'll figure something out. This is like the lightest Naples yellow. Don't see how this is gonna work by itself. I thought there'd be pens. I thought there would be like a lot of different pens. I really did. And the fact that you couldn't actually see what was in it before buying it, wasn't a huge fan of that. I don't know, it's just not blowing me away. You have some flowers in front of me. They're kind of dying, so I am drawing the version of what they might have looked like. The thing is, I tried to do a lot of research last year to figure out what would be best for this month of creating, and this one looked pretty good. It looked like we could use a lot of the art supplies in the book, but it is still pretty disappointing because if you're working in one sketchbook, to receive so many different art supplies that just aren't designed for that paper is just a bit disappointing. They would have to really turn it round. I mean, number 24 might be good. It doesn't really help that I've been a bit unlucky with colours. We have something here. It's not incredible, just making it work for each day, especially when it is a quick doodle, but it's definitely testing me. I think it also doesn't help that you're only getting one art supply a day. I don't know if the lectern was supposed to be by itself. I guess we'll find out. It wasn't. Oh, it might be on the app. Let's have a look actually. The lectern pen loop doesn't come with a pencil. It is just that. Oh, they're only £3 each. That's really not much. I thought there'd be more. I don't know if this has been worth it then. I do like the Sharpie. I'm just not a huge fan of the green. A lot of people got pinks and purples and reds, and that would have been nice. The acrylic was unfortunate too. Yeah, do you see how every pen can come in a different colour? So maybe we were just a bit unlucky there. Gala Rowney is silver, but the Kuretake, it looks like you could have gotten any colour. We just got a little bit unfortunate getting white. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the second half will be better. Oh. It's the 13th. I wonder what colour we're gonna get. Black. It's black. Well, this whole fit is kind of giving art teacher. It's kind of a vibe. I kind of like it. The tree is up. Finally. When I tell you there is nowhere to put it in this studio, I've literally just covered up the shelves. This is today's medium of choice. I've definitely had some of these in middle school. Definitely. We have to make something good. It's been a little bit questionable the last few weeks. Super simple. This is the sketch. Oh, it's not a fine liner. It's like a little bullet tip. Okay, I've had a little nose online to see what other people have gotten so far, and nobody else got the first 2 out of 4 being green. Also, I noticed a lot of people had like a red theme where they had a lot of red items. Somebody had virtually all pink, and a lot of people had blue and purple together. So I'm wondering if this is actually a theme. Like maybe the theme is something like nature. It's green and kind of brown leaning, what with the browny orange and the yellow ochre. So maybe this is like a muted landscape nature theme. I don't know, it could be. Or maybe it's so random that it just looks like there's a theme where there isn't in the slightest. It's really hard to judge it because all I've seen is what some other people online have posted. There's no way to easily see what they even offered. Penstore haven't made it clear which colours you could have received for each day. You just get what you get, and maybe you see someone else on Instagram has something different. It's very disorganized. It's not clear, the fact that you don't see it before you buy it. But even once you buy it, you can't see what the other options were. Like, I think the red paint is the same for everyone, but it's really hard to tell. And when you're spending £50 on it, I think a little bit more clarity would be nice. It just kind of looks like a bunch of items have just been thrown in an advent calendar. There's no paperwork for any of it, and it's just a little bit weird. Yeah, who knows really? I don't know if we'll ever know if it was meant to be themed or not. But if I knew it was going to be this theme, if I knew it was going to be a lot of green and brown, that's not my colour palette. I like pinks, purples, reds. It's my worst colour, so I probably wouldn't have got it. Yay, it's a black gel pen after a black fine liner. Okay, I guess we'll keep it simple. What about this little dog? Maybe we can focus on the outside, stylize it a bit. I don't know, it's hard to find inspiration from something that's so similar to the previous day. And also, let's be real, it is just a black gel pen. It's a good gel pen, but we just had a black fine liner. Also had a little look online, and this could have been red or blue. I think even a red one would have made it a little bit more fun. But yeah, forgetting about the art supplies for a second, this piece is super minimalist, but I do actually like it, right? It's cute. Oh, it's time to package up the third giveaway winner and get that ready to be shipped, because we're moving on to the final week of 4 Christmas giveaways. And I've got to say, it's been a lot of fun. Sometimes it can feel a little bit isolating creating videos because you can see the numbers but you can't put a face to it. And that's why it means the world when I can see you in the comments on a personal level. So thank you. And on to the final winner. It is Reluctant Mongoose. Ah, that's amazing. Congratulations. I hope you've enjoyed these like I have. It's been lovely to be able to finally give back now that I have a shop. So thank you. Well, hello. Today I am filming a tutorial. I'm kind of terrified. Painted my nails last night. The pink is a little bit transparent, so it just kind of looks like pimples. Today is the 15th. It's a square, so it literally might not even be a pen. Might not be something we can use. What on earth is that? It's like a tester face mask, but for paint? Oh, it feels like a waste using the entire lot though. Okay, good luck me. Well, I've got these lovely papers from Julia McNeil Crafts, so maybe these could work. Like, it's a similar colour. Of course, there is one big problem. This is like a little sample sachet, but there's actually 10 mils inside, and there's a lot of paint coming out of here. I don't know, it's a little bit of a weird design. Like, 10 mils is bigger than the 8 mil Winsor & Newton watercolor tubes that you get, so it was an interesting move. Technically, you could possibly like fold it over and tape it and hope for the best, but honestly I think we all know that with acrylics there's a high chance it would just dry up. I don't think it's worth it, so I'm gonna try and use up as much as we possibly can. If we have to try and box it, we'll try and box it, but I don't think this is gonna last a long while. So we've got a cute little landscape with a bit of negative space and the lovely background showing through, painting some random pages for future daily doodle diary pieces, and I guess we could get like a little piece of paper and just doodle something on there. I don't know, got me manically drawing random things on random papers, and then my partner's next to me doing the exact same thing, and there is still so much left. I don't know what else to paint. I mean, they're turning out pretty cute, but 10 mils is quite a lot to get through. Like, okay, I guess we could do a little negative space volcano. I guess that's an option, but I don't think it's happening. I think we're... oh, how on earth did that happen? Okay. We're gonna have to box up the paint. Try and use it up over the next few days. Day 16. Oh. Well, okay, I guess we found the pencil, but how on earth did it do that journey to end up over there? Yep, it could have been a turquoise though. We still got that green. Okay, it's the next day. Wow, a gel pen. Moving on to the 18th. It's a sketchbook. Number 19 is a black Sharpie. It's literally a black Sharpie. It is just a black Sharpie. Okay, we are back. We're doing it. We are creating art with a singular black Sharpie. Come on, Bailey J, try and get me through this.
The last vlog, and it just works out on where you can add something to your art differently.
So I'm thinking we could try some pixel art. Maybe that could be interesting. I don't know. I'm thinking of a rainbow because I guess part of me just saw black and thought of a rainbow. I don't know why we're here, but this is what we're doing. We are attempting to make a pixel rainbow in black with clouds. Yeah, that's the idea, I guess. Please be something good. Please be something that isn't white, black, or green. Please. Oh, it's this one. That's an odd shape. Okay, it's light gold, so it's a metallic acrylic by Amsterdam. That's okay, that's different. But I hesitate because that kind of goes with the nature idea. That is kind of like yellow, brown, green. I'm thinking maybe black paper will work for this. I guess that's what we were supposed to do. Oh yeah, that is way too small. We need the cloth. Got some water. Ooh, a flat brush. That could be interesting. Okay, so this month on the Discord server, the prompt is "'Tis the season." So I'm thinking we could make a cute landscape. Maybe a little old lamppost. I think that might look quite cute. Okay, let's have a little look. So I added some white elements to this piece here, just a little bit of gel pen to add a bit of line work very subtly. Then made this at the same time. Little frame, stuck it in. These are super quick doodles. This is the gel pen. It is literally just an ordinary gel pen. We got a little happy volcano and everyone else is sad because he's now about to erupt. Oh, and this is actually leftover pieces from the edges because I've been filming videos. I'm in the middle of a filming session right now, and I guess this is from that one, but these are all part of an upcoming How Much Art Can You Make episode. I don't know what these are just random offcuts. Then we've got the pixel art Sharpie page. I thought it would be a fun way to use a Sharpie. It literally is just a black Sharpie. There's not so many options. And then today we're going to stick this in here. That is about the right size. I think that'll be fine. I think possibly that is the closest to what I had in my mind. We are using gold. You know what? If the gold is in place of the snow, I'm just going to put a dollop down here. It's going to be really hard to add the snow. Just a little one to be our dotter. Okay, so this is an Amsterdam by Royal Talons. It's semi-transparent, so good luck. Oh, okay, there's a big dollop. Lamppost here. I guess we could always put it in place and then add a bit more gold later to make it a bit more opaque.
All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your company, don't need too much.
Maybe if we dry brush, maybe that will be better. Tree over here, maybe? Oh, that is a pretty color, you know.
Simple joy of hearing your voice.
Gotta say, when it's not clumpy, it is kind of odd. Like, it doesn't really look like an acrylic. It looks really pretty. So I guess this is the path here. Is that working? Is that kind of a vibe? Maybe add like a little bit more details to this because that might make it a bit lighter. I will say though, it does feel like we're getting through quite a lot right now. Okay, why don't we add some snow and see if this brings it together.
Don't need too much, just your simple love and accept.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like the child's done it. I think these finer ones will work. I have silver and white. Which one? I mean, white might complement better. They are very thin though. Although this is a little bit odd because we are now lining the thing that isn't snow. Try and bring this tree to life a little bit. I was really hoping to only use one medium for this challenge, but honestly this has not worked. Yeah, maybe if we just follow around the snow a little bit. I think this might actually be working. And hopefully this is what's going to bring the bees to life. This entire advent calendar, if I knew that this is what we were gonna get. Because a lot of the days are just hard to do by themselves, especially like the black fine liner, the black gel pen. I mean, do we add a little highlight to the snow as well, maybe? Just to stand out a bit more. Okay, so the execution wasn't quite there, but I do really like the little metallic sheen that this paint has. I think it has a lot of potential. Yeah, what do you think? I think it's pretty cute. Oh! The random prompt part says laboratory. We can't do that. Okay, next is mythology. I think we can kind of make it work. Got a loose reference. It's a chisel tip, it's a brush tip. It kind of feels like an alcohol marker even though it isn't. And I think we can try and make this work. A person with no sketch, hat, a dress. I don't know. We're just going straight in with this. For me personally, arms never go correct if I don't have a sketch underneath. But even if I do have a sketch, I mean, they're still very difficult to get right. I don't think I've ever gotten an arm correct, but this is very much not. It's probably about half the length of what it's supposed to be. It's okay, it's mythology. It doesn't need to be accurate. It's fine. It's a different time. Maybe the arms were shorter. Who knows? It might not even exist. It's mythology, so maybe they just have short arms. Let's just say it's that. You know what though? This pen I'm actually enjoying. This is the first item in the art advent calendar I actually really like. It is brown, but it's a really good pen, like a chunky water-based marker. A lot of fun. It's not getting better with time. I don't want to do another green pencil drawing, so we've opened the next day. And the next day is a blue jelly roll. I can never make the jelly rolls work. Oh, it's still going downhill. How is it getting worse? If the final day is green, we buy it. In the spirit of Christmas, please Santa, please deliver us a non-green item. Oh, I'm kind of scared. Okay. Black. I mean, it's helpful, we'll use black, but you know how many black items we have? Okay, this is everything. It's not fully in order here. Green, brown, red, green, purple, blue, blue, brown, blue, orange, brown, paintbrush, blue, gold, silver, white, flesh, black, black, red, green, green with blue, paper, black, black. Do you see the distinct lack of colour? There's two reds of the same shade, a pink and a blue. The rest is either black, green, or brown. And like these are so light that they're not really bright colors. And every green that we got is the same kind. It's all like grass green. This pencil here, apparently that could have been like a nice turquoise. We didn't get that. Every single green is like a grass green, and green is my worst color. Some people got entirely pink or like entirely purple themed ones, and there was no indication in the advent calendar that they were going to be themed. So either we got very unlucky or we got like a muted nature themed one, which is not my vibe in the slightest. So I am a bit disappointed. So there's approximately £63 worth of items here. Technically you kind of get your money's worth, but the items are so random that there are very few people out there that are actually interested in every single one. We got 25% brown, 20% black, and 15% green. Out of all of them, there are only 7 that I would actually buy, and 17 that I could never see myself buying. Maybe 8 items were exciting, and the vast majority were just kind of boring. For me personally, the fountain pen is probably good, but we have a lot of black already. So unfortunately, I don't think I will be getting an art advent calendar again. Definitely not one that is a complete surprise where you have no clue what's inside it, because it did not work out for me. But let me know your thoughts down below. I think my biggest issue really is the colours and the fact they are all completely random for everyone. I think the biggest problem with this advent calendar is that it's kind of uninspiring. Usually when you get a new art supply, you want to be excited, you want to look forward to using it, and it gives you loads of ideas for what you can create. And every single day, I've kind of been dreading it. I did have a very clear idea in my head for this video, and I am really disappointed that it just hasn't worked. Each day day hasn't inspired me to create, and so I haven't really been able to create anything good. And unfortunately, it seems like it's just the luck of the draw with this one. Like, nobody checked them over to check that the colors were actually different and something that somebody would be happy to receive. On this channel, I've always wanted my videos to be upbeat and inspiring, and I gotta say, unfortunately, I think this kind of did the opposite. And I was excited about it too, so I'm really sorry that it hasn't panned out this way. And on Christmas Day of all days, well, that didn't quite go to plan. The daily doodle diary is now almost complete, which means there'll be a huge sketchbook tour coming next year. I want to say a huge thank you for joining me today. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas, whether you celebrate or not. I hope you're having a nice, relaxing, festive season. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.